Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I know, as always, since you are here, there's something in this for you. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Spirit Source, please reveal what you can through these cards and my words so that I may offer peaceful perspectives and the necessary knowledge to whomever is listening at the very moment that it is encouraging, nourishing, and applicable to the expansion of their present experience. Thank you, and Ashe. I smile because I had glimpsed at the number up there, and it was 11, and that the ones have been coming out, and I'm guessing that there's a lot of newness for a lot of people, myself included. You know, we're on this journey together, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it and see what it is for you, for this collective that is watching this right now, again at the very moment that it is meant for them. So it doesn't matter when I post this, it's whenever you find it that I'm intending that it is meant for you. I'm noticing this little this like little girl right here that's kind of like doing its own thing, but it's not on this side, just on this side. Just maybe something about that resonates. Hair be doing silly-ish. 111 as I looked up. Let's go, Spirit. What can we say? What can we show to offer the most love and encouragement? Weird. It just turned while I was shuffling. I'm gonna take that. Let's see what's up with these three cards. Yeah. So I have been getting a lot of energy about children lately, and right now I'm currently fostering a mom cat and her 5 kittens, and it's a lot. So maybe there's this energy of like, god dang, like kids are a lot of work, and I think a lot of people tend to take kids and pets lightly. You know, they just like, oh, like all I have to do is feed them. Not quite. You know, you also have to clean up their waste, you know, whatever, after whatever you fed them, you know, comes, you know, finishes in their body. You know, you have to nurture them, you have to invest in the relationship. So with saying all that, I'm seeing the 2 of the Pentacles and the Strength card in my mind's eye, because the 2 of Pentacles is like about juggling. Like it's a lot, like there's a lot of back and forth in this, and especially with the Strength card for me, when I see that card, it really highlights to me the reality of how much vulnerability it takes to establish a really strong and healthy relationship, right? Like in the imagery, you know, it's a woman who is like holding a cat's head, essentially a lion, a large male lion. And you know, if you know anything about cats, it's not easy to get to the point where you can do that with them. It takes a lot of time, especially, you know, like a big cat. I've never worked with a big cat myself, but I imagine it's even harder than domesticated cats. So there might be something about children, about youth, but also with this 9 of Pentacles that is coming out here. Interesting. We've got a 6 and a 9, so maybe 69 is significant, maybe 96 is significant. That's really highlighting itself to me. But also with her, with this animal, it is really highlighting like just how much it takes to invest in a healthy relationship. But the 9 of Pentacles is all about a healthy relationship with yourself, right? You know, she's established a really strong relationship for herself on an individual level. And then the next card is the 10 of Pentacles, which is depicted by like a family unit, and you know, it's interpreted as like fullness. So it really highlights this. I'm not sure if you can hear those babies in the background. They must not be happy with something that their mother or siblings are doing. Yeah, so there's like a lot of work that it takes to invest in the relationship with the self, and the relationship with the self is the foundation for all other relationships that you have. And that's not just with other people, that's also with everything around you, you know, like your relationship with, you know, even food or activity or your work or your family. Like it's everything. Your relationship with yourself is that. And not all of us were really shown in our youth the best way to relate to one another. Like, I mean, I feel like it can just be interpreted as like, you know, a little boy who's like gifting something to another girl, you know, kind of like almost like the start of that whatever heterosexual thing that we do here on earth, or some of us do. But this card also represents to me big time because of how much it feels like the energy of like my brother and I. So it really gives a lot of sibling energy. So maybe there's something about that that's significant. Maybe you didn't have a good relationship with your siblings, or your sibling. But you know, a lot of the times that's because our parents didn't establish that. It's really up to the parents to do that. And I mean, my parents weren't perfect, but I was very blessed to have my mom who really highlighted to us, like, you know, you guys might be fighting now, but you guys are gonna be stuck with each other, like, ultimately, you know, after, you know, I die, like, talking about herself as the parent, like, after she passes away, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be left with your sibling, usually, unless they don't make it that far. In my case, he didn't. My brother did pass away a few years ago, unfortunately. So maybe that's significant. I'm also looking here at these flowers in the cups. I did a reading where I was getting, and I mean, especially with both of these having a lot of flowers, I was getting that there might be a significance in a flower name, like rose or lily, like in these images. So maybe that's significant, or like, you know, maybe just flowers are significant, gardens are significant, maybe you like flowers, or maybe you are learning how to give yourself flowers. I just heard like a last name. I've met somebody who had the last name Flowers. I thought that was fascinating. So a lot of things coming through for here. You let me know what resonates for you, and you know, leave the rest if it doesn't. The last card that came out here is the Justice card. So, and there's more of those ones right there. So I'm getting that because of this, what you've been investing in, either your relationship with yourself, or, you know, maybe relationship with your kids or kids in your life. Maybe you work with kids, maybe you are involved with your nieces and nephews, something like that. You know, and there is justice for the love that you invested in this. And I keep looking at the sword in her hand, so maybe this is even just like mental justice. Maybe you have found a lot more peace because you've healed a lot from whatever these wounds are. Maybe these wounds were something that came about in your youth because, you know, your parents weren't very supportive, or maybe you and your siblings are really close because your parents were ish, you know, like you guys can agree on that at least, right? Where you guys are kind of bonding over like, dang, our parents did not do very well. Or maybe you see it differently because you had different experiences. Maybe you have half siblings or step siblings that had a different experience. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of energy with kids, and you know, even I keep looking at this bird on her hand, like pets. Yeah, let's keep it going, Spirit. Thank you so much. Interesting, I just looked right over at her and her little leaf crown, and we also have them that have their little flower crowns, so maybe something about that is significant. I just saw like somebody like getting married with like a veil with that has like a tiara attached. Maybe that's something significant, or maybe you went to a wedding, or maybe you want to get married, maybe you want to have like a whole princess situation at your wedding. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, maybe you are getting married, or maybe you are going to a wedding, or maybe you've been focused on this healing because you want to attract that divine union, and you know that you're not going to attract divine union if you don't have a solid foundation within yourself, because you're only going to attract people that have the same sort of energy that you have. Does that make sense? Like, I mean, people say like karma is like what you put out is what you get back, but it's very much because like what you put out is what you get back. Like what you put out is what you're manifesting for yourself. So if you're like always saying like, oh, I'm broke, yep, you're gonna be that forever. Oh, like I can't find love, yep, that's what's gonna be the case forever, because you're not even open to it. You know, all we need is a little bit of hope that maybe we're wrong. Maybe things can be better than what we think, than what we've had, than what we expect. But you have to be open to that, or you're never gonna get it, because why would Spirit send you something you don't even know how to respond to? Does that make sense? There's a lot of energy here, Spirit. Let's keep it going. Oh, interesting. We had quite a bit of cards. Yeah. Yep. Wow. So first and foremost, I want to highlight, I was doing a reading not too long ago, and this card came out, the Four of Wands, as really highlighting that foundation, 10, 11, as I looked up, that you are establishing. And here are more of those flowers. I mean, I do have a really flowery deck, I guess. A lot of flowers here. Even in the Queen of Swords, we've got flowers right there. They're just super aligned with this imagery right here. Look at that. Look at that. Got a rose bush, because we know that we have to nurture the mind as part of it, right? You have to nurture your mind, you have to nurture your space. And yeah, we had the Two of Pentacles come out too, because this has probably been a little tricky figuring it out. You know, you're like juggling at the same time, walking a tightrope, bro. That's hard. That's hard. That is not an easy feat. But I'm getting with this King of Pentacles that you did it. You done defeated it. You pushed out the demons. You've managed to find grounding and peace within yourself, right? Because this is, the kings really represent like a mastery. And 1111, crazy. And I'm also getting a lot of Taurus energy here with he's got the bull on his chest. I'm not sure if you can see that. Maybe Virgo or Capricorn is significant, but, and even with this Queen of Wands here, could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Interesting. That is, okay. So yeah, you've been really mastering this essence of grounding, probably because you've been making more time for rest. I mean, the Four of Swords came out, like, you probably realize now, like, you cannot pour from an empty cup. I'm seeing the Ace of Cups in my mind's eye. You can't give to an empty cup. The real divine union is coming together with somebody who already has a full cup. You have a full cup, they have a full cup. You guys can, like, you know, mix it up a little, split it up a little, you know, always stay balanced, whatever it is, but that's the divine union. Yeah, check out that lion right there. Look at that lion. Also, this like imagery with the snakes going around that, it makes me think of, what is that one? I think I was talking about it in my last reading, like it's like a medical symbol, or like maybe some sort of military sort of symbol. I'm not sure. All right, and the last card that came out in that bunch that flew out is the Knight of Wands. And so I want to remind you, I'm feeling called to remind you that all of this energy that you invest in yourself is investing in your spirit as well, right? So the Knight of Wands for me has been greatly representing the energy of the fire horse, which is the year that we just walked into in February, I believe. After leaving the year of the snake, we shedded some old skin, 1311, and we stepped into this new era where there's more action, there's more implementation after we've made space from shedding those old skins, those old beliefs, those old perspectives. And I mean, you know, with this can very much mean that nostalgia, right? Like, so there is a sense here of having sort of grown past something. And with this King of Pentacles and Queen of Swords, they might not be matching suits, but it is another sort of indication to me of readiness for divine union, you know, like, but also there's a sense of like finding more balance in the opposite energies, right? Like, I mean, to me, air and earth are opposite, right? And you think of water and fire being opposite. So it's like, it's making more space for nuance. It's making more space for like finding balance, maybe in ways that you weren't used to. Maybe part of this reestablishing of a foundation is you realizing like, dang, I didn't get to see a lot of conflict resolution. Right? I did not. And I mean, I know I didn't. My parents split when I was a baby. I have no recollection of them being together. And I mean, there's more to it always. It's never so black and white, but yeah, there is this essence of like like you're balancing the scales. You know, I'm hearing like generational curse breaker. All right, we got room for a couple more cards here, Spirit. Thank you so much. Let's keep this going. What else you want to show this collective today? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. I know she's got a couple more. Okay, I'll take that one. There's been catastrophic transformation in this. I mean, the two major arcanas that we have out so far is the Justice and the Tower. Is Justice and the Tower. So like there is some serious like leveling of the playing field, clearing out old energies. I watched this reading by Natija the other day, and the Tower came out in her reading too. And she was talking, what did she say? She said something like, it's giving this energy of like, get the F out, right? With these people sort of falling into the water, like, is this energy of like, I don't have space for your BS anymore. I have found too much peace. 1616 when I looked up. I have found too much peace to be letting you come ruin it. For you to be come and playing these childish games. No more, baby. It's time that I attract what I'm meant to have. It's time that I attract what I am, right? Because maybe you were just an overly generous person and you kept attracting some BS just because it was familiar, but I'm really getting, you've been taking time for yourself to make these changes because you realize like that's all I can do, right? We can't change anyone else. We can only change ourselves. Sorry, don't look at my hideously healing tattoo. It looks so gross in the healing process. I'm trying to keep it out of frame. But yeah, with this tower here, oh, I saw 1616 as I was holding up the 16. Interesting. 16 might be significant. Maybe 7 is significant, or 5. So that would be either July or May. I mean, well, I'm in May right now while I'm recording this. So maybe that's significant, or maybe the 16th is significant. Maybe that age is significant. Interesting. I just heard maybe you had a kid at that age. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. I mean, you healing with your kids maybe, because, you know, you didn't have the chance to sort of heal before they came. But you healing with them? Okay, babe. Good for you. Uno más, por favor. Okay. Yeah. I think maybe too, you're realizing just how much you have to offer. 1811. You're realizing just how much you have and how much you have to offer, right? There is this essence of like I'm really checking it out, like, and I'm happy to take my time with it, right? Like he's just happy to see some growth in the garden, right? So again, maybe gardens really are significant here for you. He's just happy to see some growth in the garden. He doesn't even feel like he needs to pick it. He's in no hurry. He is happy to take his time, waiting for the truth to come in, the true divine union to come in, and whatever that is, you know, maybe that's not even like romantic. Maybe you're like, I just want community. Maybe you're like, I just want like a good business partner. You know, maybe there's some other sort of divine partnership that you're looking to establish, and I'm getting that it's coming. So I want to pull a couple of tarot cards from this other deck to get some emphasis, get some clarity here. Let's go. Oh, interesting. So we have the Death. Why do I keep saying the Death? It's just Death. Some of the major arcana are like some of them are not. I'm seeing like an image of like the end, but in like that really like, you know, scripted So maybe there's something significant about writing, or like you're writing more, like you're journaling more, or like even like in like a movie, there's something about like that cursive, like what is that, like that was like a cartoon thing that they did way back then. Yeah, so we have death here. This is a rebirth, babe. I'm really feeling called to notice this this flower on that flag. It's a very unique looking flower. So yeah, there must be something about flowers here for you. Interesting. We have the Queen of Cups coming out too. I'm feeling really called to notice. So both of the decks that I have are generally really close to the traditional illustrations in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but this one is really different. So I'm feeling called to really notice how in this queen she has her cup. It's kind of, let me see if I can get it to focus a little bit. She has her cup and she's looking in her cup, but in my deck and in the traditional imagery, the queen has something covering the cup. And in my deck, she's holding the cup with like a veil over it, and she even has her other hand covering her chest. So like, this is like highlighting to me 2111. I can't. This is highlighting to me like a different kind of openness to love, because she's probably, again, I mean, she's established this strength within herself. She's strengthened this relationship with herself. She's strengthened the trust in herself, that she's feeling a little bit more open. She's feeling a little bit like she doesn't have to cover it up. She doesn't have to protect her heart anymore. She's feeling a little bit more open, and probably because she's truly feeling like she's healed. And I mean, this isn't gender specific. You can be male, female, anything in between, doesn't matter. I'm just speaking on this card. Like, she's feeling like she can be open now. Like, she's feeling like she is ready for this to come in, because she's actually feeling like she's exuding that energy that she wants to attract. Does that make sense? I like that energy. I'm feeling called to pull maybe a couple more out of this deck. Any more clarity? Any more emphasis you'd like to make, Spirit, for this collective? Thank you so much. Excuse me. Oh. Ooh. Okay. 3 cards it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So, a couple more major arcana came out. We have the World. I'm sorry, not the World. The Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Ooh. Actually, the Sun kind of has a naked baby, so we're gonna hold it like this. So I'm getting like a lot of like Leo energy maybe with this, with the sunflowers and the sun, especially like with this little boy. He's got this like super curly hair. Maybe that's significant. I mean, I guess it could be well, by the looks of it, it's a boy. I will say that. But yeah, with this wheel energy, it's like, in my deck, it's a different kind of imagery, and it really highlights this like choosing the higher road to me. And I really love that it kind of, I don't know, it feels like this balanced energy, because the creatures in the corner are supposed to represent, what is it? It's the fixed signs. So we've got Taurus, we've got Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Is that the other one? I think those are the fixed ones, but in this imagery it doesn't really represent that entirely. I mean, it looks like there's a lion and a bull at the bottom, but the other ones doesn't look so much like that. But in my studies, that's what I've learned, is that those images are supposed to represent the fixed signs. You don't look at it. So yeah, maybe Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio is significant. I definitely am getting a lot of Leo and Taurus energy in this. There's quite a few pentacles, kind of only a few wands, but with this energy representing my brother and everything too, like I'm feeling a lot of Leo. And so the final card that came out is the 7 of Wands. This one kind of looks He kind of looks a little angry, but this card really represents, like, to me, having like a better view on the situation. Like, it's like you're going about things with this. Speaking of Leo, speaking of cats, I'm sure you heard that one. That was Mama Kitty. There is this energy of, like, I've made it to the top, and I'm getting just a better, I have a better perspective here. Whoa. So we have 2 4 2 4 7 7. Interesting. Maybe 24 is significant to you, or I just heard 42, 77. What else do we have? I see 666. She's so cute. What you doing, mama? All right, let's, Spirit wants me to pull some of this deck. It's called Visions of the Soul Meditation and Portal Cards. And I really, really like, I mean, it's really hard for me to not like imagery, because I'm just all about it, whatever it is. But I really like the imagery on these cards. So let's see what we can have come out of this deck here. Get some Oracle up in this bee. I keep hearing that song by what is it? Gucci and like Kodak and Bruno Mars or something. Wake Up in the Sky. That used to be like a bop that I would like listen to like crazy. But I mean, like, it's real. Like, there is this energy up here. Like, you can't tell me I ain't fly. Like, you can't tell me that I don't have it like that, babe, because I do. Because I do. Okay, Spirit, thank you so much. Let's get some more. How can we round this out here, Spirit? What do we have here? Ooh, yeah. We've got number 32, Intuition. What else, Spirit? Drink till I'm has on a hill. Wake up in the sky. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly. No, too many cards, Spirit. Let's try that again. The ladies love luxury. That's why they all on me. Out here with the moves, like I invented smooth. You can't tell me I ain't. Maybe dancing is significant. I'm looking over here at this 4 of Wands with this couple dancing. Oh my gosh, this is a little extreme here, Spirit. Do you just want the one card or what? You just want to talk about this one card or what? Let's see. Do a few more chefs. A few more in here. Oh, oh, oh. It's big energy. Big energy. Yes. Okie dokie. One more. We got it. Ooh. Number 25. The Divine Rising. Check this out. I wish this camera could do it justice. It's just so cool looking. Like, I mean, it's so simple, but it's so cool. And this one is 32, Intuition. So maybe, like, I'm hearing like millennial or like older Gen Z significant here. Where's the book? Oops. Number 32. Let's do it. I just flipped it with a page that said 24 on it. Portal of Intuition. The keywords here are intuition, inner knowing, cosmic love, infinity, unification, and Merkaba. I'm feeling like we pulled the right card here. Use this portal to awaken deeper intuitive connection to the cosmos, to your guides, guardians, to source. Awaken to the infinite being of light that you are through the use of the Merkaba. The declaration of intent is, through my heart, I unite to the infinite guidance of the cosmos, receiving greater intuitive knowledge at every moment. Unification of the opposites within your physical world. I love that. Unify the human self, which in turn can then connect fully to the soul. Through the bonding of your essence into the Merkaba, you are transported into the realms of light. All physical limitations are transcended. Your intuitive abilities are able to extend far deeper than you believe possible. They are as infinite as the cosmos. By uniting with cosmic love, you are able to see far beyond the reaches of the mind into the soul. Your soul has direct connection to the light of source from which all life evolved. When fully illuminated, your light is able to flow through you into the cosmos, connecting to the light of source. Yeah, so there, with the word bonding in here, like there really is like this just mastery of the self. Like you really like you really have just figured out like what it is that you need. You're really staying true to yourself and your balance. Like I'm seeing the Four of Cups in my mind's eye. Like you're like, I don't even have time to think about you, to deal with you. I don't have it anymore. I'm not even doing it anymore. Like you not with the BS anymore, babe. And I'm loving that. We need more of that. Thank you for your devotion. All right, uno más. The divine rising. The keywords here are divine self, awakening, rising, witnessing, and divine light. Your soul is awakening and is no longer content to simply exist when it has the potential to be great. Your searching and your strong need to give meaning to life is your soul urging you on to recognize your greatness and to reconnect to the divine aspect of self. Every being who is awakening to this inner desire is being shown their unique path. No path is the same. Do not judge or criticize yourself or others. You will know when you are following your soul's path, as ease and grace will flow with it, along with it. This is not to say you won't face challenges. Challenges are needed to point you in new directions, to give you greater understanding of life, and to strengthen you for times ahead. You are witnessing not only your own soul's unfolding, but the unfolding of all beings on this earth. Nature too has a soul, and as we are transforming, so is she. Fear not what you may perceive to be dark times or chaos. The cosmos evolves through chaos and all new birth. All transformation occurs with a certain amount of endings and pain. Rise now, dear soul, awaken to your divine beauty. Oh, I just love that. I love that so much. That's totally it right now. That's totally it. Like whatever these challenges that you've been facing, I'm getting that you're feeling a little bit more safe in it. Does that make sense? Like I keep saying, does that make sense? You must be really like making sense of things, because I mean sometimes I'll say that, but I don't find myself in positions where I really need to say that. So something about that, maybe you say that a lot, maybe somebody you know says that a lot. I just heard maybe you're a teacher and like you have to like check in that way, or you're a student and you have to check in that way. But yeah, this is a beautiful energy. 3311. As I looked up, there's nothing else I need to say. This is a new beginning. You have truly alchemized this, or you are on the right path with this. Yeah, I'm looking down again at these roses right here in the corner. Kind of hard to tell. With the sunflowers, yeah. If you've got like a garden, like, I don't know, I want to see it. I love that. All right, I'm gonna leave you with that. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time.